Some of my subscribers have wanted me to talk about this ever since they most likely saw this on Nyla's YouTube channel. And I actually saw this yesterday. And when I was listening to this playback or the video itself, I was just like, wow, at everything that occurred. Now, I'm not going to play the video in here because the video is damn near 17 minutes long, and I don't want y'all listening to just that for 17 minutes because it's going to make your head hurt and give you an earache just listening to this crap. So basically what you have here is you have a black Lyft driver. As you can see right here, you can tell by his face, he is just over the shit right here. And he has two passengers in the back. One that's like just sitting there on, it looks like he's on his phone because he has it in front of his face, and the other one who's clearly on his phone. And these are two, well, I know the one that's holding the phone up to his ear are some flamboyantly gay men who I'm almost certain is most likely either Dominican or Puerto Rican. I'm leaning more toward Puerto Rican, and this is in New York. So basically what happened was you had the black Lyft driver. He, does what he does. He picked these two up, and the two passengers in the back had asked him, could he change the radio station to something that they wanted to hear. The Lyft driver refused, as he's allowed to do. And then all of a sudden, these two individuals, especially the one holding on up his phone, as you'll hear in the video, got so blatantly ignorant with this guy that the Lyft driver just pulled out his phone and started recording him. Now, this individual in the back did everything under the sun to try to take this black guy out of his character so this black guy could beat the shit out of him. Unfortunately, that did not happen because I'm sure the black guy knows that what would have happened had he actually went off on this guy. And judging based on how this guy looks size-wise, he would have knocked this guy out with that one hitter quitter. Or as True Royal Family says, that pimp hand. Knocked both of them out most likely, but especially this one right here on the phone because he was the one causing the most drama. I mean, this guy got on the phone and was calling the cops. He's saying he's being racist to gay people. First off, how can you be racist to a group of people of a certain lifestyle? The only way you can be racist is against someone of another race, not because of your lifestyle. I think the term he was looking for was discriminatory, but this guy was not being discriminatory towards him simply because he didn't allow him to play the type of music he wanted him to listen to. Maybe he didn't want to listen to that and he wanted to listen to whatever was on his radio. Now, I've never rode in Uber or Lyft, so to those of you who have, do the drivers allow y'all to control the radio or not? Because I'm not entirely sure. So y'all let me know. I've never ridden in either service before. But continuing, he started calling, he even called the black man a faggot. Now, if this black man had called this gay man a faggot, he would have said he was homophobic in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But I think the biggest nail in the coffin was when he said something about Black Lives Matter. He's like, Black lives don't matter. His extra flamboyant voice. Black lives don't matter. All lives matter. He even called him a nigga. He said nigga like 2 or 3 times. He said, Black lives don't matter, nigga. And then he said something about Trump. So he's a Trump supporter. I mean, a lot of stuff happened in this video. And then he put his phone all up in the black man's face saying, I'm calling the cops and I'm on the phone with the cops and all this kind of stuff. And he was telling the cops, I'm so-and-so. He said, you need to come here and deal with this guy because we're being discriminated against and yada, yada, yada. I mean, like, whoa. Now just hearing me demonstrate to you what was being said in this video is why I'm trying to save your ears from bleeding. But like I said, I will I will post the link to the video in the description. Good luck getting past even 5 minutes of it. Like I said, the video is 16 minutes and 37 seconds long. That's way too long in my opinion. I don't know what would, like, had it been me and I was in that position, I don't think I would have had the patience of a statue like this guy did. I would have did everything in my power to knock this rainbow rod riding ass motherfucker the smooth out. I mean, this guy verbally assaulted him. He practically put his phone in his face. He might as well have, he pretty much threatened his, like, his job and everything like that. Cause this is a part-time gig for him. And from what I heard, they said that Lyft actually suspended the driver. Yes, they suspended him, but they reactivated his app and now he's driving again. So you mean to tell me after all of this, in this recording that occurred right here, that y'all still took the side of the obvious problem in the video? It's crazy. When I was listening to this video yesterday and I was looking at it too, I was like, wow, just wow. So even when this guy didn't do anything to them physically, to physically put his hands on them, which he probably could have did, he still temporarily lost his job temporarily until they reactivated it. So if he did do something to him, I think it's pretty obvious what we know what would have happened to him. He probably wouldn't have been allowed to come back. And I'm very sure he probably sees and deals with stuff all the time like this, and that's probably why he has a lot of patience. But this thing right here in the back that was on the phone, he was doing everything in his power to provoke him. Because he probably sees this stuff all the time, and he feels that no matter how big this person is and how small I am, I can still say all this stuff to them and nothing's going to happen to me. And you can tell that he's probably one of those entitled pricks who probably got his way through life by getting his way on everything he does, and no one has ever put him in this place. But one day it'll actually happen. So he's going to run into the wrong one, and they are going to put them hands and possibly them feet on his ass, and it's going to be a wrap. And like I said, this is a guy who is clearly gay. Like when you hear him talking, all his mannerisms. And this is the same guy that comes from a community, the LGBT community, that demands they be respected and all types of things, but they pull stuff like this. I'm telling you, the LGBT community has some of the most racist people in it. And this guy clearly is one of them, just based on the stuff that came out of his mouth. Like I said, this man is racist and a straight up ignorant asshole. That's all there is to it. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will leave the link to this video as well as my email, PayPal, and Patreon down in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.